They'll be playing their best, don't you worry about that. You know, this is possibly the only game of the season where you want to win for your supporters more than yourselves, more than your team, more than your club. And, don't worry about our boys, they'll be doing their best.
It's something else. You can't, literally, if I'm stood talking to you, I'd have it to shout just so you can hear me. It's a massive atmosphere, massive occasion.
I suppose it's all in the atmosphere, the ground, the rivalry between the fans, and it does create a big atmosphere. Probably there's no other atmosphere like it, especially in our stadium. It's awesome.
Tell us what they're all about.
It's a massive occasion to everybody in the city, both sides, east and west, and it gives everybody bragging rights till our next game, as far as the fans are concerned. It's a big game for us, but you can't treat it too. You can't say it away as too much of a big game. You've just got to try and think of it as another game. If you get too caught up in the moment and stuff like that, I think you can tend to stray away from what you need to be doing.
It's been a bit surreal actually. They tell me it's a really big occasion. Obviously coming up here was one of those things I wanted to play in, and they tell me you can't hear, think or speak on the game. So I'm really excited. I had some banner down the main street the other day getting some butchers and stuff like that, so excited.
Have you known anything like it, quite like it, in terms of the derby fixture and the way the city is almost divided in the build-up?
Yeah, probably not. It's probably the first, you know what I mean? So obviously I've played in derbies before, but this seems to be the biggest rivalry I've played in before.
A lot of people say it's the only true derby. It's the only derby where both teams are from the same city, and families are divided for one day because of the game. So I think it is. Yeah.
If we put in a good, complete performance, hopefully, we can be in a position at the end of the game where we can win. And if that's the case, then I'll be very happy.
I think sort of everyone will be pumped for it. I think it's just being able to control that so that it goes into doing the right things rather than the wrong things. And I think everyone will be. You look through our squad. Most players have experienced a derby at some level. If it's not obviously at Hull, it's with previous clubs. They'll have it. Might not be quite as intense as what they'll experience on Friday, but I'm sure it won't be too far off.
People have spoken about this game with me since the day I landed, and every day since. And nothing's changed. Just this week, it's even more people stopping me than normal.
Lee Radford, re-registered and raring to go.
Yeah, we sent an SOS to him the other day, and he more than willingly said he'd play. He's very much looking forward to it. We just got, I think we've got about 5 front rowers injured at the moment, and it's just put a lot of drain on that position. So it's a logical choice to get Rads back in there.
Talk me through that conversation. I'm guessing his eyes lit up when you mentioned that one to him.
I actually mentioned to him after the Bradford game in the dressing room. I was aware then we had picked up a couple more injuries in the front row, and Sean McRae was standing next to me, and I just asked Rads, I said, "You got a game in you?" And he said, "Have I what?" And he got all excited, and I said, "Whoa up." And he walked away. I thought I was joking, and Sean said to me, he said, "You're serious, aren't you?" And I said, "Yeah." And Sean said, "I'll see what we can do." And we had enough space left on the cap, and we were able to do it. So sure enough, he's in.
I was just saying, if ever you needed a general, Lee Radford is just that, isn't it?
Yeah, and I also think for a derby too, I think he's the ideal player as well. very tough and uncompromising. He knows the game plan inside out now, sitting on our side of the fence, so he's going to be good for the young fellas.